Yo everybody, what's going on? It's been a while since the Dokkan stream, but since something popped up that I can actually goof around with, we're gonna goof around with it. So, if you want to see just how crazy your boy Broly can do on the tech team, we're about to find out. And before you ask, yes, this is indeed a private server. We're gonna see just how big and bad our big boy is. Especially since apparently boss rushing became an esport. That was an interesting thing. Ooh, baby. Alright, big man. Let's see Broly show off for us just a little bit here. Can I click it in time? Can I click it in time? Yeah! The Super Saiyan 3 Broly better amaze me, and I mean amaze me with this animation. That's the only way I'll ever accept this travesty of a character. And this is not a hybrid leader, this is the tech extreme leader. Alright, let's see what he's got. Huh. So his super animations just walk in, punch the guy, a bunch of additional punches, kick him to the ground, and then a giant Broly Kamehameha? Okay, I guess. I expected it just a tad bit better, but we'll make do. Oh, and if you're talking about the friend leader, yes, it's a hybrid, because nobody else has Broly at the moment, so... I was gonna go with the second one, which would have been an LR Zamasu lead, but nobody else has him as well, so... I was gonna say, that S animation was really garbage. I expected a lot more out of that. I don't know what that was, it just seemed very lackluster. It was like, all that for Broly? Alright. I love when Roshi top Broly the Kamehameha. Me too. Who knew? I'm not really sure what they're going for with the tech team right now. It just seems survivability and that's it. Like, I'm not really getting the deal with them. Like, with LR Zamasu coming out like a week before this guy, I mean, it's cool and all because tech now has, you know, a really cool tech villain and a cool tech leader, but what's the point? It's like, okay, I mean, beyond being unkillable, that's it. Neato. I mean, so many teams can do this already, who cares? I still say the Super Saiyan 4 is a rating pretty high on top just because, you can build their teams completely around them. For this tech team, while you're unkillable, I don't know, it's just... It's hard to describe, really, because it's a matter of if you desire attack or if you desire speed. Because while tech seems to be pretty neat and all, nothing's really changing from what I'm seeing. I was gonna say, I completely forgot about Gogeta. Yeah, Int would probably still take the cake just because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and LR Gohan just work so well in synergy and fusion with each other. I mean, LR... Oh my god, I almost called him LR Gogeta. Gogeta's passive alone makes him just like Strength Gogeta, yet even better. And then LR Gohan's still the highest powered LR we have. Probably even higher than, yeah, it's higher than Zamasu, Broly, and Majin Vegeta. So, and so they release an LR that actually trumps Gohan in strength and synergy with his own Int team. I'd still say Hero's Int team is still the best in the game right now. And that's true, making an unkillable tech team also means you need a lot of very specific units to make them unkillable, which includes LR Zamasu. Just having Broly alone, a couple units here and there isn't going to really help you too much. Oh, and I was eating Airhead gummies. And the banner's not out, this is on a private server right now. You won't be able to roll for them, I believe, until the morning. I'm still disappointed by that SA animation. Like, all that for him to punch the guy 4 times and shoot a Kamehameha at his face? They're normally really good about these new leaders. Like, all the leaders have really interesting updates, really cool SA animations. Why is his so just like... I mean, it's Super Saiyan 3 Broly. I figured they're gonna go all out with this guy and, like, do all sorts of cool things. I mean, anybody can punch a guy 4 times in the face and then shoot a Kamehameha at him. And I'm sorry, I cannot share the gummies. Yeah, I was actually going to bring up, like, last time I did this stream with LR Zamasu, I was mentioning how decent Cell would be on a team like this. Especially if you actually have a true tech leader, I think Cell would actually work very well on teams like this. Perfect Cell and Imperfect Cell. Or Semi-Perfect Cell. I don't think Tech Golden Frieza is hated, it's just he's not that great synergy-wise. Then again, nobody in Tech really synergized as well as a villain to begin with, so it's been... Actually, I think it's sort of the reason LR Zamasu came. 1 was because, you know, they wanted to get another LR card out that people would roll for, and 2, now you have a really good villain in Tech, which also gives you more incentive to roll for this Broly. I think that was sort of their plan from the start. And actually, I have no idea why he learned the Kamehameha. I guess that's something that'll be explained or not explained, because that was straight up a Kamehameha. Like, he went up there, folded his hands together, did the move and everything. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad, because people always hate on that Perfect Cell for some reason, just because he was the second Dokkan release, but he's amazing. And on a team like this, not only will you get the bonus of his defense, you'll just get those bonus stats along with it. It's about time Perfect Cell got a comeback. He's not like the original Strength TUR Broly where, you know, he just got outshined and outclassed. There hasn't really been like a Tech Cell to replace him since. He's still a really good card. Frieza's use will probably come in a situation like this, where he still uses a blocker, so we'll use him to soak up the orbs, and with the additional defense, he should take minimalized damage, I'd imagine. Yeah, 19 damage, so... I mean, Frieza still has the spot here. He's still a blocker, he's still a defender. He's just kind of here to be like, hey, I'll soak up a hit if, you know, I'm about to die this turn. Agility Golden Frieza used to be really good for that, but Agility Golden Frieza suffers from the 50% HP, you know, requirement, so typically, if you need him to block something for you, you're going to be less than 50% HP anyways at that point, so it was always a dangerous scenario to do that. And yeah, I could use both cells in this. I was thinking of doing it, but I wanted to go with what I considered probably a more optimal team at the point. I thought since the Masked Saiyan and the Zamasu twins would probably have better Saiyan links than Cell would have with Perfect Cell and Imperfect Cell, I figured those two might work better in a team like this. And I did know Boss Rush was released on Global finally, in some sort of like bizarre timed event thing. They tried to make Boss Rush into an esport. That was interesting. And like I said, I don't have him. This is on a private server right now. He won't be out until I imagine probably reset tomorrow, so maybe about 10-ish hours from this point. Alright, let's confirm this right here. So, he punches him 4 times, or, you know, 5, 6 times, whatever. And then he folds his hands together. Yeah, that's a straight-up Kamehameha wave. I don't know where the hell Broly learned this, but the more you know. You know, the funny thing is, all 3 of the older Brolys all use the exact same SA animations, too. It's where he punches you multiple times and then shoots that yellow beam at you. And now it's the same thing where he punches you multiple times and instead this time shoots a Kamehameha at you. They can't seem to find a signature move to give him, so they just sort of like throw weird moves on him. Yeah, that's true. The punch effects are different. That is accurate. They're not the same, like, punch, punch, punch. They're actually completely different animations this time. So in comparison, I mean, they're obviously LR cards, the 2 that we just used here, both the Zamasu, so you expect them to be better, but typically Bandai's been really good, like right here, Cooler here, for example. He leaps at you, punches you, slams you to the ground, slams you into the ground again, then leaps in the air, and then shoots a Nova Beam at you. And that's Cooler. He has a more interesting attack than Broly did. His attack is more like the Masked Saiyans right there. It was more generic and sort of like something you'd expect from most characters, not from something they consider to be like a grand revealing character. Like, wow, I can't wait to roll for him. Instead of like, okay, I guess he's okay looking. He gained Goku's power and he punched him to the oblivion, and now he knows how to do things. So we're using the Cell logic here, where Cell exploded himself and then regained all the cells of Goku in that explosion, thus learning the instant transmission. Man, I really wish I had an ass pull like that someday. Oh, dude. I was gonna say, Gogeta's is less flashy, but I always thought his new one was awesome too, where he comes up behind you, kicks you in the back, teleports in front of you, bicycle kicks you, and then shoots the rainbow at you. That is by far one of my favorite super attack animations in the game. Like, that one always made me laugh like crazy. So we just called it Taste the Rainbow, because, I mean, he throws a rainbow at you, and since Wokey was really into Skittles at the time, we just like, hey, man, Gogeta's using the Taste the Rainbow on you. You know, his subpar super attack aside, at least his animation looks kind of neat. Like, it's got the Super Saiyan 2 electricity just going all around him. Man, though, it kind of sucks, because the team I'm using right now is one of the best teams you could probably make for a tech team, and even so, there's a lot of work you have to put into to make this guy unkillable. I'm trying to think, like, if you don't have, like, LR Zamasu, you're gonna have to rely on having, like, Cell and Imperfect Cell to, like, really make your team shine in any way, because there aren't many tech villains at all. Like, Mash Saiyan will really help you because of his, you know, his passive will proc, because most of your Dokkan events will have you fighting a single character. But even with Broly coming out like this, there isn't really much going for tech at the moment. Yes, he did. And yeah, his rates probably will be, well, they won't be like LR low, but they'll be typical Dokkan release character low. So you could consider probably about 1 to 2% rates versus your 0.0% rates. My question is who they're going to put on the banner with them to make you, like, really want them. Like, are they going to throw Golden Frieza on there? You're going to throw someone on there to make it be, like, you want to pull for him? Or, if they really want to make people pull for him, what they'll do is they'll put Zamasu in the banner, similar how they did with Gohan in the Int banner. Or that small chance of getting an LR in there. I feel like they won't because it's a Dokkan banner, but it would be a really good incentive to have people pull on this, because getting Broly aside, my point still stands, who are you going to use with Broly to make him great? And no, he's not out yet. You still have to wait about 9-10 hours at this point. Here'll be a good test for him right here. We'll see how much he actually blocks as a character. Broly, obviously, his always downfall was his defense, and it should be no different here. So he's taking about 40,000 a swing. If you take into consideration we're using a Mass Saiyan partner rather than another Broly, if you added the additional stats, Broly will probably take around 35,000 to 30,000 damage a hit still. So obviously he's not very tanky. Man, this isn't a great showing so far for him. I felt like the team I used when I created LR Zamasu, like what, 2 weeks ago, was flying through boss rush much faster than this. So far, I gotta say, I'm not exactly too impressed by all this. Your biggest contender, too, for a tech team is going to be this guy right here. Your Zamasu. Merge Zamasu is going to, like, shine. So if you've never managed to pull Merge Zamasu, now's the time. Actually, That's who they're going to put in the banner with them. So it'll be probably Super Saiyan 3 Broly, Merge Zamasu, possibly Mass Saiyan, and I'd say like a few other generics in there, like old Dokkan Fest units, so they might throw in something like... Gotenks was the last one, so we might see Gogeta on there, Ent 1, possibly. Show me that green Kamehameha. Check it. Hoo-yah! Yeah, he's gonna come out of the banner. He'll be the new Dokkan Fest banner. He'll be your tech one, the Extreme Tech banner. See, this is sort of what kind of bugs me with Dokkan, and I see it happening in chat right now a lot, is they spread misinformation by not spreading misinformation. A lot of people in chat think for some reason that Super Saiyan 3 Broly is like some sort of super special, like, ultra event. Like, he's essentially an LR. That's incorrect. He's just the Extreme Tech Leader. That's all he is. We were missing the Extreme Tech Leader, and he'll be here. So he has the exact same stats and everything as the typical Dokkan leader. All it is it's Broly. And so everyone thinks it's Super Saiyan 3 Broly, it's gotta be amazing. That's not correct. He's a good unit, but he's not like some brand new LR Ultra event. It's just a typical Dokkan event. You know, you bring up Super Vegeta's Undoken attack, I actually don't think it looks that great. Because it was like their first attempt at doing a Kamehameha at the screen like that, and it looks really goofy the way they do it. They've gotten a little better, but like Super Vegeta's Undoken Kamehameha isn't the greatest to look at. They make him do like a funky pose the entire time. Oh, and Bandai stingy with stones because they want you to buy them. There's no, like... There's no sugarcoating that Dokkan's been having a very, very hard time these last few months, and they're just trying to regain what they lost, essentially. You know what? We won't even heal. I can go this entire time without healing. There's no reason to. I always thought Spirit Sword was a funny attack, just because it always goes with the size of the character, so it just looks like Trunks will cut in half, like normal, innocent-looking people with this giant sword that's far too big for their body. That Dokkan just crit for 3 million. How much do you think that just healed us? Back to full, baby. This will probably be the only time I think some items might be qualified. Even though we're using a strong tech team, Boo will wipe the fucking floor with us if we don't actually do the right attack, so... Rather than dying like a horrible little bitch, let's just not have that happen at all. Yeah, you really shouldn't go balls hard for this Broly. Like, everything I've been showing so far is he's a good unit, but he's not, you know, blow your fucking mind amazing. I'd say he'd rank at the likes of Super 17 and Kid Buu right now, where they have their niche, but they're not, like, you know, absolutely needed for any sort of reason. See, the worst thing is, what's happening right now is the reason our defense is so high is only because of Zamasu. It has nothing to do with Broly. So to really make a team like this work is you need the LR Zamasu. Without it, you've got nothing. Like, Broly himself isn't even doing that much damage. I expected him to do, like, a lot more. Just something to him, but it's just like, nope. I do about as much damage as, like, Merge Zamasu. It's like, okay. I thought Broly was supposed to be OP. I've been told non-stop that OP Broly's power is maximum, so if his power is maximum, how could he possibly be beaten by anybody? Oh, and also, the downloads that you're talking about, all those are just people re-rolling accounts and just getting rid of them. It's best to never listen to those, like, global download things. Alright, we'll try it this time with Cell. In fact, we'll just do it on a different, like, a quicker event. The new Gogeta's Ent, so this would be a good challenge for a tech team. We can push them to their absolute maximum limit here. All I need is a Mass Saiyan. I repeat, game. All I need is a Mass Saiyan. What's that? Did you want Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta? Well, we have that in plenty. Yes, I know. But I need one of those, you know, units that nobody else uses. Oh, yeah, we don't have any of those. If it's not a Super Saiyan 4, we don't care. We'll use Rhodes as a backup then. Okay, so, like I said, we'll use the 2 cells. The absolute for the absolute optimal team, it has to be Broly, the 2 Zamasus, and merged. So, like, obviously it's very hard to get this, but if you want absolute optimal, the best of the best, these 4 cannot be excluded in any way. So that leaves you 2 options to pick from. Oh, they really don't want us to use apparently imperfect cell. Get that noise out of here. Well, instead of cell, we'll think of a decent replacement for him then. I really want to use both the cells, because this is the only way I can see this team being, like, its absolute best. We'll throw in Berserker Cell, because a lot of people don't seem to quite understand how good that Berserker Cell is. Berserker Cell, boo. Why did I call him Cell? Come get your Berserker Cells. Tech Super 17's good, but not that good in a team like this. You just don't really need them there. Because you're thinking in terms of, like, a key star team, but you're not being starved for this. So you're free to use whoever you want, because everybody's linking so well and there's so much key to go around. You don't have to be like, I need people's changing orbs for me and give it the best links possible. Like, you're just kind of free to use whoever you want. So trying to maximize your damage is actually optimal here. Because no one's really doing much damage. Everyone's just too busy keeping everyone alive. Merge Zamasu and Super Saiyan 3 Broly are your biggest damage dealers, so you need more people to sort of help optimize with those two. We'll go with Rose for now, and when the reset comes around again, if it throws a Mass Stain in there for me, we'll take him next time. Oh, and this Broly is not free to play. You'll have to roll from on the banner, trust me. They want to give away something this good for free. It'd be nice, but this is Bandai, so... And I'll clarify again for what is the 8th time now. This is on a private server right now. Alright, Big Mama Jamma, show me what you got. See, like, right there. He only crit for 1.7 million. Notice how right after that, Merge Zamasu didn't crit for 1.7 million. Instead, he actually hit for basic amount of damage at 2.7 million. That's so weird. Like, Super Saiyan 3 Broly hits far, far less than you'd expect him to. Like, I'm not sure why that is. That's so weird to me. I was noticing that throughout all of Boss Rush, too. Like, he's not hitting anywhere near what I expect him to. It doesn't matter if I'm using a Rose Lead or not, because Rose Lead will still give Broly and Merge Zamasu the stats. There's not any difference between the two. And I know what you're saying, like, I'm using a Rose Leader, but Merge Zamasu's not getting any other bonus that Broly isn't. They're getting the exact same bonus, be it higher or lower. So why he's hitting so low, I do not know. And that's the also biggest key here is what I'm also trying to bring up. His 1.7... Okay, so that was a 1 billion without a crit. When he hit a 1.7 before, that was with a crit. Merge Zamasu hit him for 2.7 as a non-crit. Just a normal attack. And I know what a lot of you are saying, yeah, but, like, it's not like I'm giving Merge Zamasu some sort of advantage that Broly doesn't. They have the exact same stat gain. One doesn't have one higher than the other one. But maybe when the second Super Saiyan 3 Broly drops and they're using them in conjunction, there'll be something in there to, like, really buffer him. I was about to say, why the hell did we just get whopped? It's because that was freaking, Rose taking all those, Bicon hits. One small thing aside, I don't actually know Super Saiyan 3 Broly's link so far, but if he has Berserker, he'll link with, Berserker Boo here. You have to be pretty low to activate Berserker, but that additional damage is nothing to freaking scoff at, especially if you're hitting as hard as he is, and you get an additional 25% damage tacked on with Big Bad Bosses, tacked on with Berserker. You can hit for some pretty big numbers, it's just you have to make yourself half dead to make it happen. Alright, so this is where the stuff should actually go down. Vegeta's gonna hit us for big daddy numbers. let's actually watch Perfect Cell here, because we got about 8 green orbs out of this. Well, it doesn't matter, Cell will work off any orbs, but if I'm doing this right, we should take far less damage than you'd imagine. I don't want them all to dodge the attacks, though. I need to actually see them get hit. Alright, come on. Actually hit me. So Zamasu got 2 hits off, which means our defense just got increased by about 60%, 80%. Cell just attacked. And now he's going to attack Cell. He'll only get hit 32, 742, and 230. So Perfect Cell's defensive capabilities, still top-notch. Look at that shit right there. God damn. Yeah, Raikou, you're probably right. He was probably a link between... Better links, obviously, with the LR than he would with Broly. Now it's Broly's turn. With a crit, he didn't even hit a mill. Beautifully done, Broly. Non-crit me again. One more time. 252,000. What in the Christ, man? Somebody get this guy a battery. Okay, so obviously we won that, but once again, the stars of that entire play were, oddly enough, Cell and LR Zamasu, of course, but the one who probably did the least amount of work was freaking Broly. Like, how does that even make sense? Maybe I'm, like, overestimating this or looking at this the wrong way, but it seems like Super Saiyan 3 Broly is probably just a very overhyped unit right now, because that's 2 times now that he's done probably almost the least amount of work compared to the other people on your team. And obviously most people in chat, and including myself, are not going to have rolled LR Zamasu, a TUR Zamasu, and Broly to use. So let's put that to the test actually real quick. So now... if we're gonna have one Mass Saiyan, that would be super duper duper. I feel when you can't find a single villain in the game anymore because nobody likes villains. No! Hey, there we go. And of course the events with the type disadvantage, because he's gonna... obviously you're going to beat half the events in this game with a type advantage. Like, creating teams that can beat events is not hard anymore, so you have to challenge yourself to the best thing possible. So, we're taking LR Zamasu out of this now. Just imagine we don't have him, and let's see if we can get the same results, because it's not going to be anywhere near as pretty, or as effective. One second, I'm going to figure out what the heck. They really do not like Imperfect Cell. Well, guess we'll make a team without him. So for the best optimized team, you could picture yourself running an imperfect cell here, because this is a lot more possible, but this is what I was thinking from the start. Like, you're just so limited with tech villains. And for the millionth time, yes, this is obviously a private server. Like, just look at the description of the video, dude. You'd have damage this way, you'd have defense this way. I was gonna say we could probably do Turtles and Mass Sand is kind of what I was aiming at. That or the two boos. Okay. I wish we could run semi-perfect cell, but for some reason it wasn't letting us, so sadly we have to leave him out, so this won't be as optimal as I want it to be. We're not gonna put Bio Broly in. Well, what about me, the melted Broly? The best of them all! That cooler's not that great, sadly enough. Nova is a good choice, but leave out that cooler. That cooler suffers from, essentially, they just added a Dokkan to a different cooler when physical cooler came out, so people would have, you know, another cooler to use, but he didn't really get changed for the better. He's just sort of like, I'm still subpar, but okay! And he is very under-overwhelming. Under-overwhelming. He's very under and overwhelming. He's middle-whelming. I bet you almost 20 bucks that Merge Zamasu and Cell will be the stars of this show. And in fact, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly were probably one of the worst people on this team. Mass Saiyan may not do well in the first fight here because it's against two people, but it doesn't matter because this first Goku and Vegeta will die quick enough. And the whole point of this is I'm not running LR Rose for an exact reason, because I want to show how decent Tech is without LR Rose, because I know the grand majority of people are not going to have him, so you have to look at this from the fairest output you can do. Even right now, look at this. Broly's defense is almost 20,000 less than these two, which is supposed to be the case because he's supposed to be pure offense. But so far, he's not showing any of that offense. And yes, I can tell you how to get him. Go in the banner in the morning and roll and pray. I'll tell you for sure after this battle's done. Then I'll have like almost the best idea of Broly as I can have. I'll give him like a personalized rating. His super attack is a Kamehameha. You'll see it here and again in a second, but it's nothing spectacular. It's 3 Gokus on the same team. Wait, that's not Goku. That's not Goku either, but they look just like him. What's going on here? Looks like a fat fuck. You're not wrong. Can the Masked Saiyan save this abomination of a team? Or are we doomed to be fucked forever? Did you just attack him 3 times? Jesus Christ. Apparently Pikkon was talking shit to the Masked Saiyan and he was not having any of that crap. You're also suffering from this sort of advantage too, so if you're using a team like this is sort of why I wanted to avoid using Golden Frieza as well, because you're just kind of like, well, no key for anybody. What Phoenix Nichu said is correct right now. I'm pretty much giving him about a 6 out of 10 at this point. But no, he's not free to play, but you can farm his special attack with a free to play. So you could use that physical Broly, the old one, and you can Dokkan him all the way up to Super Saiyan 3 and then feed him, similar to how you did with the Angel Goku back when he came out. Well, and this is where Super Saiyan 3 Broly is going to fall apart, I almost guarantee you. And if he's a nuker, he's a pretty shitty one, because so far... Wow! And I have no idea why people think he's free to play. People keep asking, but... who knows? Maybe there's hope in their heart. This is Bandai we're talking about. Is anything free to play? But even if he is a nuker, why have a nuker? That's the problem. Like, what? Nuking has been dead for so long for a very, very good reason. Boom. Yep. And that's exactly what a team like this would get you. LR Zamasu carries this entire thing. Broly does nothing. Also, I'll explain too why nuking's been dead for a while, because a lot of people don't seem to get why this has been dead for almost a year plus now. So, you know how we go in these fights? Let's use Ent Trunks for example. Remember, that fight is 5 phases long, so you're going to use somebody's nuking potential. You have to somehow get through Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4, and then all the way to Phase 5, and then pray you have the items needed to actually make a full nuke go off. Like, when's the last time you actually had the items available to you to actually get a nuke to go off in your favor? Making a nuker in the current meta is beyond insane. It looks flashy on paper, but it's worthless when you actually put it on testing. Like, what the hell are you going to nuke? When's the last time you were able to nuke anything? Alright, so since Super Saiyan 3 Broly was a bit of a letdown for me, I'm gonna do a bit of a fun team this time, because, I don't know, his face is making me annoyed right now. I expected Bandit to go all out with this guy, not just like, oh wow, he's subpar. Congratulations. I'm trying to think. How many Brolys do we have right now? We've got Super Saiyan 3, we've got Bio, we've got normal LR, we've got Physical, that's right, so since he's a Super Saiyan 3, you can use him on the same team. Even with inflated costs, it's too much. Yeah. Well, I mean, he has to get shafted eventually, right? He can't be an invincible piece of shit forever. They really do not like this imperfect cell card, I swear. Woo! Alright, well since he's a piece of crap, let's see how he fares with just a bunch of other random crap on a team. And the reason his defense gets shafted is, like I said before, he's pure offense. That's the whole reason for him, is they want to make his defense crap to make him super strong offensively-wise, but in this case, the trade-off isn't there. It's crap for crap. Well, there you go. He gives LR Majin Vegeta just a little bit extra love. Super Saiyan Broly finally found his use. I knew there was hope for him yet. We just had to find it. Yeah, Valley has a good point there. It is ironic because his Dokkan event does make him like an unkillable tank. But whenever you use him, that unkillable tank goes right out the window. Well, the thing also isn't isn't that he needs or doesn't need key links. He's just fine without it. He just actually needs links and passives / a leader to make him worthwhile. Like, a reason to make him a leader, not just to be there. He lacks links in, like, a team like this because this is just thrown together retards. Like, no one here really has any synergy. But on the team we used earlier, you saw he was ulting practically every turn. So he doesn't suffer from links at all, it's just he has nothing to his name. And the funny thing here is Merge Zamasu will probably hit harder than him again. And on the Pride side, the two Brolys link again with each other, so keeping up with Broly's like selfish nature of having the only links for himself, he still links with, you guessed it, himself. If you haven't seen his essay, we'll do it one last time, and then I'll probably call the stream good there, because I've seen enough of Broly that I can really handle for the time. I expected a lot more than this, but, I mean, I've kind of grown to be expected to be disappointed at this point. Rip, never mind. Apparently Vegeta wanted to, have his moment in the spotlight there that last second. You can't stop the stream, not until I shoot him with this beam. Okay, now you can stop. Alright, hold up. We'll still show up his ult one more time, because I know a couple of people have missed it a few times, so prepare to be underwhelmed if you've never been underwhelmed before. This is sort of like when you have sex for the first time and you're like, I'm expecting this to be magical. This is going to be great. And then you're like, oh, this was really underwhelming. I expected a lot more. Alright, you hooligans, speed it up. Oh, what, you have somewhere to be? Hold on, let's all go every single turn. Broly can't go this turn at all. Oh no, not at all. And yes, Broly should not be prioritized by any means. There's a reason that unit's free. Alright, so if you want to see his ult, now's your chance. Pay attention to the best ult in the game. Let it be known that Bandai worked on this ult for years, at a top-secret laboratory never to be seen by human eyes until now. Is it ready? It's ready. They'll never seen an attack like this before. Alright, here we go. We punched him a lot, yes, hit him to the ground, and then unheard of attack called the Kamehameha. You may have heard of it once or twice. But when did Broly learn such a... Who cares? Boom, baby! Hey, at least he got some good damage on that one. Crit for 3.8 million. Alright, kids, but that's gonna be it for the stream today because, I don't know, he was very lackluster and I don't really feel like continuing with it, so I'd give him a rating of, right now, I'd say 6.5 out of 10. I still say that Int Gogeta's on top, the two Super Saiyan 4s are directly under him, or sharing a spot with him, and Broly's sort of over there with Kid Int Boo, and Super 17 agility. He doesn't really have a spot. He doesn't really have a meaning. He's just kind of here. And nuking is not a reason. Nuking is an outdated, worthless ability in this game. It won't get you anywhere, and you'll find yourself dead more often than not. So, until next time, kids. I'll see you later now, baby. Take it easy now.